The second building block of realism is form. For true realism, you need to be able to give objects the illusion of 3 dimensions, even though you are only using 2-dimensional media. Form is both important for still life paintings and landscape paintings. And of course, if you are doing portrait or figure work, or just putting figures in your landscapes, form is absolutely critical. Without it, you cannot paint a figure or portrait and make it look real. There is a lot to study relating to form. In this lecture, I'm going to introduce you to just 2 key ideas to give you an idea of what this topic is all about. If you want to make something look round or solid, look for the reflected light. In this painting, the oranges have a solid feel to them. Let's take a closer look. If you look carefully, you can see a slightly lighter value orange color to the right of the main shadow color, just here. This light is called the reflected light. It takes its color from nearby objects that are reflecting light into this area. In this particular case, the light is reflected from the other nearby orange. If you paint this reflected light, it will magically make your objects appear round. When you start looking, you will see reflected lights everywhere. Here's a still life I did, in which one lemon is reflecting light into the other lemon. You can see the reflected lights here. And here is another example. Here we are getting reflections from the flowers onto the vase. And here is a more complex still life setup. Again, each fruit here is reflecting its colors onto the adjacent fruits. So by looking for these reflected lights and including them in your paintings, you can make things magically appear 3-dimensional. A quick and easy way to make objects appear 3-dimensional is to focus on drawing just 2 shapes. The shape made by the light and the shape made by the shadow. Here you can see the light and shadow shapes on the head of the gondolier, and once again on the shirt. In this figure sketch, which I did outdoors in a market in China, you can see the same pattern of light and dark shapes. The headscarf consists of just 2 shapes, a shape for the light and a shape for the shadow. And the same for the shirt and the other parts of the clothing. That's all you need to model these forms and to make them look 3-dimensional. The only thing you need to learn how to do, of course, is how to draw the shapes accurately, which you studied in a previous foundation building block. Here are some more examples of light and shadow shapes. These are just 2 of the skills relating to form. To make your paintings look 3-dimensional, you will also need to learn much more on how to represent the other planes of the light and shade, such as core shadows and highlights, how to create cast shadows, and also you will need to understand how colors change when they go into shadow, or when they are hit by strong sunlight. After studying form, your paintings will start to take on a much more solid look and not look so flat. In the next lecture in the series, we'll take a look at the third and final building block of realism.